No use waiting around for something bad to happen. You have any deliveries for me?
I do. But remember, you have more than Derek to worry about out there.
Don't worry, Professor. Postmen have been delivering in adverse conditions for thousands of years. The paths we walk become roads. Isn't that the saying?
Well, aye, but the roads better not be bustling with the infected. Especially the types we're seeing now. Reports of new and, frankly, terrifying new creatures.
Yeah, I've seen plenty.
God help us.
I wouldn't hold your breath for that.
That's just plain screwed up. Whoa, will you look at that? Right there now.
Please, get me out of this thing.
What the hell? We having a stroke or something?
No, bud. I'm trying to attract birds of prey.
What the hell kind of sound are you making?
It's the sound of a distressed rabbit. When I was a hunter, I'd make this sound to lure out wolves, lions, eagles. Any predator might fancy a bit of rabbit for dinner.
Won't do you much good these days. There aren't many animals left.
For now, do you know why that is?
The virus?
Indirectly. Animals didn't become infected the way people did, but the virus did disrupt the food chain. Panicked humans, worried about running out of food, killed and ate pretty much everything they could, with no thought to the future. They devastated the populations of the usual game. Rabbits, chicken, turkeys and such, then mice and rats and parakeets, anything that couldn't escape. Food became scarce for the larger predators like wolves and hawks. Eventually, they starved or left to search for food elsewhere. And thus did the animals disappear, especially in urban areas with high concentrations of voracious humans. Forget about the infected.
Can animals return to stay, though? The world's still in pretty bad shape.
True, true. But I stand here screeching like a lunatic in hopes they can return. When they do, they will need help.
What kind of help will they need?
Mating pairs must be found, be they hawks or rabbits. And they must be bred like man has done throughout time. There are plenty of men and women who would protect man's future by protecting the animals of this earth. Were I to find a nesting pair of birds or a rabbit with kittens, I would guard them with my life.
You sound more like a farmer than a hunter.
Oh, I assure you, I still hunt. Crow, since they're so plentiful. Infected for sport. And anyone who tried to fuck with my animals. Here, take this. Hopefully you'll help the animals return as well.
Thanks. You really got me thinking.
Good to see you.
It's not pretty, but it'll happen.
nuts. Oh, not GRE shit again. Ariel, let it go.
You want to let the murder of the human race slide?
We know the GRE botched the virus. Oh, we know.
They killed my father.
Seriously?
My dad had pest control this year. Pests are an embarrassment, you know. My dad was known for being discreet. Had lots of high-end clients. Was a one-man operation, did it all himself. He had his special blend of poison for every pest and his very own MO for disinfection. He was proud of that. One day, some shady guy offered a small fortune to eradicate a problem in muddy grounds. The client made a big deal about disinfecting the place afterwards, even provided special chemicals for it. That was unusual, but my dad didn't flinch. The money was good, and we needed it. The first day, he forgot his lunch. I took it to the apartment, a high-end condominium north of Polar Avenue. In front of the building were 4 men wearing hazmats in a van. I hid in some bushes nearby.
Dude, I would have run.
Suddenly, Dad storms out of the building. The men grab him, trying to force him in the van. He gets a few licks in and he's yelling, "I won't do it. I won't deal with that kind of pests." They get him in and slam the door. I run up to listen. "Get back in there and decontaminate the whole house, clean as a fucking whistle. You don't, we kill your family." He went back in. I hid in the bushes for 8 hours, almost pissed myself. Finally, he came back out. One dude escorting him and 2 others carrying what looked like a dead body. They loaded it in the van and they took off. At home, my dad pushed me up against a wall, told me he saw me and to never talk about that day. He was dead within a week. Inhaled industrial cleaner in an unventilated room. This became my personal crusade. I gave up everything else, even when news of the THV pandemic broke a month later. I became obsessed with finding out who these people were. Eventually, I dug up a former GRE employee who was willing to talk.
About what?
The origins of the outbreak. The incident at the lab in Geneva. The initial spread of the infection and the cover-ups. My dad was part of that. I always thought they chose him because of his rep. Him being the best and all. Nope. It's just that he was a one-man crew. Easier cleanup. The man in the house was patient 0. This was 6 weeks before the THV outbreak became public. The rats vanished him. I only got away because they were too busy covering up the rest.
6 weeks before? Jeez. If people had known then, that could have saved everybody.
Yeah. And the guys responsible are here somewhere. And when I find them, they'll wish the infection had found them instead of me.
Starting to break down.
We'll take care of it.
Why can't you do it?
Brand new shipment.
Friends again, my place will flood.
Not like you have much to lose.
No room for me to fix it. aren't you working? This?
What's going on?
Nothing, unfortunately. Electricity's back on in the old transformer room, but can't get it working for me. Think the fuse is blue. This was my chance to bring her back to life.
What, come again?
My wife, Megan. With the electricity, she will live again.
So, you mean to bring your wife back from the dead?
She'll be with me again. She'll bring the groceries. We'll cook together and talk long into the night.
But how, if she's... well,
Oh, how we'll laugh. And watch movies till sunrise.
Okay, I give up. Where are the fuses?
Downstairs. There are loads of infected. I tried to get it myself, but...
I gotcha. I'll do what I can.
Give you everything precious that I have left. My Megan is all that matters to me. I'll be waiting in our apartment. It's just below us.
Inhibitor container detected. Inhibitor container nearby.
That Pilgrim is one smooth customer. Three People's Radio is more than just a broadcast. It's a source of hope.
Who is that? Here! He's here! What the hell is that? Who the heck? Oh, hey, I got one. Let's take it. Here I come. Now. Hibble left. You're all.
check that again.
You're dead now, fucker. You're mine.
Inhibitor container detected.
That's just what flowers need, and it don't cost us a thing. But I can feed them. Hey, nice stuff, and it can't start about. After repair.
Inhibitor container nearby.
Always complain. We're alive, and that's what counts.
Here, have a beer with me. It's warm and past. It's best before date, but it's still one of life's two greatest pleasures. You know what I miss most about the world before the epidemic?
Don't you get enough adrenaline fighting for your life every day?
You know what they say?
Adrenaline leads to either fight or flight. I definitely missed the flight aspect.
As in running away?
No, dude. As in literally flying. These days, seemed only one person in this city could fly. Lawan. Then you showed up.
Well, you're a paraglider? So why do you miss flying? I mean, you can still do it.
I was a skydiver, actually. And that particular flavor of flying is what I miss. But it was getting hard to run around the city in a squirrel suit with vials on your back. So, me and my team developed this ultra-light and practical paraglider you can use without any additional gear. The Night Runners instantly fell in love with it. Wanted to learn how to fly. So I set up a test track for them. Paraglider City Tour, we used to call it. I picked a perfect spot. Far from the VNC Tower, far from St. Paul's Cathedral, and far enough from the Missy so their lookouts didn't spoil the fun for us.
How do people do?
They mostly sucked. Except for Lawan. She took to it like a baby eagle falling from a nest. But I still hold the record. If you want to try and beat it, and catch some flying thrills, be my guest. Just take the paraglider.
Yeah, I heard. Apparently, she's slept with Tyler, the guy who hands out shipments.
Hey, you. Want to be sent
No,
back to the
that wasn't
outlands?
her, actually.
Keep that biomarker in
That was
plain
Maddie.
view.
Keep
flaunting
the PK's authority and you'll be whipped. Seems I got it mixed up.
They believe it wards off infected.
Looks to me like it attracts them, not keeps them away.
Maybe you bought the wrong one. The worst thing is when a crystal becomes clouded because it means you're cursed.
Sounds like a curse of being gullible.
Maybe, but most consider it is true. How did things get so bad that people go back to believing in superstition and witchcraft?
Happened in all places this way.
Yeah, but not this bad. obvious since, well, his head was missing.
Looks to me like it attracts them, not keeps them away.
Maybe you bought the wrong one. The guy had already been dead when we got here. Pretty obvious since, well, his head was missing.
Didn't you listen to the briefing? We're gonna be